I think it's time to make a shelf and tidy a couple of things up. First, we had to take everything out of the bins so we could see what we needed. We decided to make a shelf just big enough to hold the towels that we needed. First, we have to decide what size shelves that we need. We couldn't have it too wide or too deep, or the bathroom door or the shower door would smack it and wouldn't be able to operate too well. Overall, this shelf will be 30 inches tall and 2 foot wide. Everything is made of 1x8s, so when I got the pieces all cut, figuring out where the shelves were going to go, I decided to go with simple joints on this. The first thing I did was plan out where the screws were going to go, and I decided to countersink them and fill the holes up with some wood plugs. So the first order of business was to drill my holes where they go, and then the screws that I have a large flat head on them, so I countersunk the hole about 1/4 of an inch and big enough to get the screw heads to go down into the wood. Really simple joints. The screws I had left over from a previous project, and they had a large head on them, worked just perfect, acted just like a washer, so I didn't sink them down into the wood too deep. My countersink hole was 1/2 inch, so I took a 1/2 inch dowel rod and made a little gauge on my saw and cut off some plugs to cover up all the screw holes. Just a few dabs of glue, and then I lined them up and tapped them down into the hole and waited for them to set up. After the glue set up, a little bit of sanding took the dowel pins down flush and made it nice and smooth. Looked pretty good. This won't be a fancy shelf, but I did go ahead and dress it up with a strip across the top and the bottom. And then around the top, I took some 1/4 round, 3/4 inch, and fastened it around the top to kind of fancy it up just a little bit. After everything was ready to go, sanded up smooth. The house favorite is golden oak. I do like the little bit of character that the dowel pins gives it once you get the stain wiped back off. The next day after that had dried, we put 2 coats of polyurethane on it to seal it. Between coats, when everything was drying, we took down the old racks and sealed up the holes, and then painted the wall, made everything look nice and pretty again. I double checked, made sure I knew where the studs was, and I knew exactly where to put my screws to hang this thing up. I was able to hit 2 studs on the top with screws, so it is fastened pretty well to the wall. On the bottom, I used a couple of angle brackets and fastened those on. Eventually they'll get a coat of paint for themselves on the wall part, and they're not going to stick out like a sore thumb too bad. And that's our simple idea for a shelf in the bathroom. It's going to hold the towels and keep everything organized and look a little bit better, I do believe. That's how we fix the problem area in our place. Hopefully you have an idea of what you can do over at yours. Thank you for watching. We'll see what we can fix next time. See you then. Bye.